I am Bruno Albouze. Welcome to the Real Deal Cooking channel. This one-of-a-kind treat should be in the hybrid dessert category. Love and goodness. The perfect marriage between a pie and an entremet. This is what you've got. A buttery crust, salted caramel, caramelized macadamia, coconut dacquoise, topped with a caramel glazed dulce de leche chocolate mousse. Cara Damia. This is the one I am going to show you today. Let's make the sugar dough first. Pâte sucrée, cream, butter, salt, sugar, and almond meal. Add the egg and the vanilla. Give a few pulses to combine. Scrape down sides of the bowl as you go. Then incorporate half of the flour and add the other half. Mix to combine, wrap up and chill pastry completely. That's very important. Then divide the sugar dough in two portions. Flour work surface and work it out to soften, but not too much. You want to keep the dough cool and supple. If it cracks, work it out a little bit more. Then roll out into a 3 mm thick disc. If it gets too soft, don't hesitate. Put it back in the fridge for a few minutes. Then cut out into disc. Save scraps, chill disc, and do likewise with remaining pastry. By the way, you want to grease your pastry rings using softened butter, so then the dough will stick. Place pastry disc in the center and gently press down into the sides of the ring, making sure though that there is no air pockets left behind. Shave off excess pastry. Do likewise with the remaining pâte sucrée and freeze. Line with 2 layers of microwave-safe plastic wrap. Fill up with pie weight and refrigerate. Meanwhile, I am going to make my coconut dacquoise. But before you begin, turn your oven on to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 180 degrees Celsius. So first you want to process your dry ingredients, which are powdered sugar, almond meal, and coconut. Next, the meringue. Room temperature egg whites, sugar. Beat egg whites to stiff peaks and fold your coconut temps in the meringue. Spread this beautiful coconut mixture on a baking tray lined with a silicone baking mat or a greased parchment paper. Make a nice and thick coconut dacquoise sheet. Right after, I'm gonna bake my tart shell for 20 minutes with the pie weight and 5 minutes more without. The last thing you want to put in your oven are the macadamia nuts. Indeed, it's right after on the to-do list for the caramelized macadamia. And by the time my sugar is cooking, you want to crush your nuts. Macadamia tree is native to Australia, but also thrive in Hawaii, Southern California, and many other subtropical and tropical regions. So when your syrup reaches 244 degrees Fahrenheit, 118 degrees Celsius, throw in nuts, stirring constantly. Soon the sugar is going to crystallize around each nut. Continue stirring until complete caramelization. It should take 15 minutes. Cool and set aside. Next, salted caramel. Cook sugar and corn syrup to brown caramel. Add butter, heavy cream, and salt. Cook to 216 degrees Fahrenheit, 102 degrees Celsius. Cool and set aside. Next in the agenda, we are going to make caramel again. But this one à sec, meaning without water. So move the sugar around a hot frying pan and cook to brown the caramel. Deglaze with the hot heavy cream and transfer into a small saucepan, much easier to manage. Then temper egg yolks and cook the caramel mixture on low heat to 185 degrees Fahrenheit, 85 degrees Celsius, just like a crème anglaise. Then I'm gonna add the gelatin and pass through a sieve over my melted chocolate. So our caramel crème anglaise should be now at 105 degrees Fahrenheit. I am going to fold in 1/3 of the whipped cream to begin with. And the remaining is going to be gorgeous. Fill up the half-sphere silicone mold. Not to the top though, you don't want to go over 1.8 ounces, 50 grams per serving. Then place in a freezer overnight. As every component of this dessert, it can be made days in advance. Let's put a glossy finish to this beautiful dulce de leche chocolate mousse. Rewarm your glaze to 86 Fahrenheit, 30 degrees Celsius, then glaze them and put them back in the freezer. Coming up, the assembly. Fair enough, when everything is ready, it looks much easier, right? I hear you. Who the heck is gonna have patience and time to do this? Good point. Well, I'm just giving you an example of what we can achieve. Creativity, effort, and technique produce exceptional results. Not sure though if one day consumers will have the privilege to enjoy this treat at Starbucks or on the most expensive results menu. But I truly hope that you will find these in my coffee shop bistro. I'll keep you posted. After this video, and as a bonus, I will show you how to make that glaze based on fondant pâtissier from scratch. Stay tuned. So here is the bonus, the caramel glaze recipe based on fondant. Cook sugar, corn syrup and water to 244 degrees Fahrenheit, 118 degrees Celsius. Stop cooking process, transfer mixture in mixing bowl and beat on low using the paddle attachment. Soon it is going to thicken and turn whiter. As soon as it is white but still soft, transfer onto your work surface and work it out until it gets firmer. Wrap up and chill for 24 hours. Next, the caramel glaze. Same principle, but rather than sugar, cook fondant to brown color. Deglaze with the cream and cool to 140 degrees Fahrenheit, 60 degrees Celsius. Add the gelatin and chill overnight. Very important, it must be chilled one night at least and rewarm to 86 Fahrenheit, 30 Celsius before using. Voila! I hope guys you've enjoyed this exceptional Cara Damia episode. To get the full recipe, same address, brunoskitchen.net. But for now, please subscribe, like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, Instagram and Pinterest. Bon appétit et à bientôt!